Welcome to our continuing series of question and answers from the works of Sri Aurobindo and the Mother. Today's topic is consciousness, part 5. From Sri Aurobindo. It is very good. The ideas and feelings that come up from within you were those of the newborn psychic nature. The feeling you had in the afternoon of the cessation of thought and the sensation of something within you going up above the head is part of the movement of the sadhana. There is a higher consciousness above you, not in the body. So, above the head, which we call the higher spiritual or divine consciousness, or the mother's consciousness. When the being opens, then all in you, the mind, head, emotional being, heart, vital, even something in the physical consciousness, begin to ascend in order to join themselves to this greater, higher consciousness. One has, when one sits with eyes closed in meditation, the sensation of going up, which you describe. It is called the ascension of the lower consciousness. Afterwards, things begin to descend from above: peace, joy, light, strength, knowledge, etc. And a great change begins in the nature. This is what we call the descent of the higher, the mother's consciousness. When there is an opening in the spiritual mind, but not a sufficient psychic change, there is or can be this kind of vehement force action and resistance. When the psychic opens, then it acts on the whole nature, mind, vital, physical, governing them from within, to transform themselves and become ready for the complete spiritual opening and spiritual consciousness. Devotion and a more and more complete inner consecration are the best way to open the psychic. That is good. The awakening of the psychic consciousness and its control over the rest is one of the most indispensable elements of the sadhana. It is what we call the higher or spiritual consciousness. It contains or supports all the higher planes, the higher worlds. When one begins to feel this always above, it is a great step forward in the sadhana. Then the consciousness can go up there and from there see, discern, and control all that is in the mind, vital, and body. It is the meeting place of the ascending and descending forces, as you see. What you see above is, of course, the true or higher consciousness, the mother's, in which one sees all the world as one, a vast free consciousness full of freedom, peace, and light. It is that we speak of as a higher or divine consciousness. Even if it comes and goes, yet its effect on the heart shows that a connection has been established through the psychic. For the psychic is behind the heart. It is there above the head that the consciousness has to ascend and remain, while it also descends into the head and heart and lower vital and physical, and brings there its wideness, light, peace, and freedom. What you felt was not imagination at all, but the usual experience one has when the consciousness is lifted out of the body and takes its stand above the head. One is no longer bound then by the physical consciousness or the sense of the body. The body becomes only an instrument, a small part of the consciousness which has to be perfected. One enters into a larger, free, spiritual consciousness in place of the present bound and limited physical consciousness. If this lifting up above the body can be repeated always until it can be maintained, it will be a great landmark in your progress. It is the confinement in the physical consciousness that makes you and everybody narrow and selfish and miserable. Hitherto, the higher consciousness, with its peace, etc., has been descending into you with great difficulty and fighting out the vital and physical resistance. If this release upward into the higher consciousness can be maintained, then there will be no longer the same difficulty. Much will still remain to be done, but the foundation will have been made. The consciousness is usually imprisoned in the body, centralized in the brain and heart and navel centers, mental, emotional, sensational. When you feel it or something of it go up and take its station above the head, that is the liberation of the imprisoned consciousness from the body formula. It is the mental in you that goes up there, gets into touch with something higher than the ordinary mind, and from there puts the higher mental will on the rest for transformation. The trembling and the heat come from a resistance, an absence of habituation in the body and the vital to this demand and to this liberation. When the mental consciousness can take its stand permanently or at will above like this, then this first liberation becomes accomplished, siddha. From there, the mental being can open freely to the higher planes or to the cosmic existence and its forces, and can also act with greater liberty and power on the lower nature.